rising up back on the street.
On May the 16th, Telford Tigers' good friend James Lew tragically passed away unexpectedly whilst out doing what he loved best, mountain biking, one of his many hobbies. Those that were close to James will tell you of his huge passion for life and all of his many talents. He was a very accomplished and hugely talented musician, earning a scholarship in music to Shrewsbury School. His musical talent was unquestionable, truly excelling in playing the violin and piano. He had a keen interest in cars, and more recently mountain biking became his focus, enjoying the adrenaline of the sport and camaraderie of close friends which were a big part of his life. James was well known and respected in the ice hockey world, where he played in the number 46 shirt for the Telford Spartans and was also heavily involved in the Telford Tigers junior club as a level 2 coach, where he coached his son Josh's team for a number of seasons. For the Tigers, James will be remembered as someone who was always happy to help and got involved when asked, performing many roles as a club volunteer. James was regularly seen in the timekeeper's bench, where he would take control of match night announcing, DJing or timekeeper duties. In the last 12 months, James set up the Tigers podcasts, where he hosted the show and was also commentator on the club's first streams during the Spring Cup, where he was always well organised, having pages of notes and stats to hand. He also supported the club in a coaching capacity when required. James was much more than a volunteer to the club. He was a very close friend, a teammate, a huge cog in the Tigers' wheel, always reliable, and all those that worked alongside him enjoyed his company and enthusiasm. Everything he did to the best of his ability, always striving to be the best, and he always did it with a smile. None of this would have been possible without the support of his wonderful family, his loving wife Susie, his 2 talented boys Ollie and Josh, his parents Lawrence and Mary, and his sisters Debbie and Suzanne. James is missed by all those that knew him well and by those that only spent just a short time in his presence. James, you touched so many hearts. We will remember you, and we will always cherish our memories so very dearly. Please join us for a minute's silence to remember our friend and teammate, number 46, James Lew.
And again, Silverthorne wins the draw. This time McKinnon comes in, makes the shot. Pad save out. Danny Rose picks it up on the blue line. We've got delayed offside as they clear the zone. Kelly with the D-to-D pass. Bradley sends it up the right side. Takes a knock on, but now Silverthorne turns it over. Pushes it into the end zone. Battles down in front of us. The body hit from Kelly, and the puck comes out. It drops to the feet of Rick Plant, who picks it up on the right hand and lets the wrist shot go for the top left-hand corner. And McKinney gets a touch on the puck there, and Weaver skated down, and now a break in the other direction from the Bees comes through the middle. Taken off their feet, and a delayed penalty comes up. It was an offensive play from Gabja.
Given a penalty shot. The penalty shot?
Let's have a look.
Or is he just giving an interference play?
Let's have a look. Where's he clear? No, it's an interference call.
No, it's a penalty shot. There you go.
Yeah, penalty shot for the hook. So the hook, he was clear and free.
Penalty shot for hooking on number 93.
So here comes the play. Lord, he shoots it wide to the left-hand side.
He really didn't look confident there, did he?
No.
You know, like
around the boards once again.
Like I said a minute ago, since that penalty shot, they've had all of the jump.
Gabja just playing the puck on there. Goes behind the net. Goss plays it off the boards, feeds it round. Sent back round to Bradley. Watkins looks to change direction. Looks to work his way in front of the net. He gets the puck in front, but it bounces away from his stick as he comes across the top of the crease up to the point now. McKinnon tries to get a shot away. Goss scoops the puck up, but you saw Jack Watkins skate right in front of him to screen him from being able to see where that shot was coming from. Tries to get it up to the point man, but Lindgren read that well. Gets possession of the puck, but doesn't do anything with it. Hangs on to it, tries to dump it down, but held up well by Connolly. And now Scott McKenzie drives, cuts through the middle, taken off his feet, and the arm goes up for the penalty. And it was Galazzi that came across, lent him with the stick. McKenzie was accelerating away to give the Tigers a power play. Now, Mitchell King drives down on the left side with a rocket of a shot. A left kick pad save from Goss prevented it from going on the score sheet, but a great break and a good wind-up and shot from Mitchell King now. Mackenzie picks the puck up. You've got Mitchell King and Silverthorne. Silverthorne gets the pass from Mackenzie at the back of the net and puts it in on the left side over the shoulder of Goss, and that was inevitable as the Telford Tigers owning that power play. Mackenzie behind the net feeds it forward to Silverthorne, who's on the left post as you look down at it from the balcony, picks up the puck and puts it in the top left-hand shelf where you keep the peanut butter, goes top shelf and puts the Telford Tigers 2 goals up with that power play goal.
Again, we said his name a few times already, Mackenzie. Work rate. Wins that puck, looks up, sees Silverthorne and bang, goal.
Yeah. 2-0 the scoreline. Second goal, power play goal. Connolly steps up, the puck's trapped on the boards, trying to dig it out. Bees now driving through, Webb gets a shot away, it comes across the front of the slot area, and the shot, that was significantly after the whistle. And yeah, the buzzer had gone, Kelly decides to fire it in, and the Telford players took offence to that. A, because once the buzzer goes, the goaltender will relax and not necessarily be ready for a shot, and arguably if the shot hits any players on the way through, they won't be happy about that.
And he looked like he knew that buzzer had gone, completely knew, you know.
Well,
but
it wasn't close to, it wasn't on the buzzer, was it? It was clear buzzer, wind-up shot.
Yeah.
2-0's the scoreline at the end of the first period. We'll be back in around 12 minutes' time for the second period action here at the Telford ice rink. A little bit of space on the ice for the puck now. Bees carried out, put it through onto the right side. Puck comes across the middle, shot comes in, and that went over the top and wide to the right. And with a shot like that, there was just Gabara with his stick. All he had to do was beat Lorde. And with those shots, you want them on target. You at least want to save out the netminder rather than putting it wider over. That'll be frustrating for the Bees bench.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, good quality chance like that, you've got to hit the target, haven't you? You've got to be making that goalie work.
Tigers pick up a 2-minute minor penalty for slashing, so the Bees get themselves a power play. First one of the second period. Can they convert? I think the Bees would need to get themselves on the score sheet to gain a little bit of momentum. Could this be the opportunity to bring them back into the game? And it sent it careering up into the glass. Gabra now tries to put it through. Mackenzie kicks the puck forward, intercepted, beautiful pass to Andy McKinney, drives down the left side, leans in on the backhand, taken off his feet, takes the net off its moorings and went ploughing through on that offensive play. A drive forward from Andy McKinney, kicks it forward, puts it on the right hand, comes across, shot comes in, Lorde gives up a rebound, the puck comes across, and a penalty coming in, and Connolly trip Webb as they go up. So I'm guessing that if the initial penalty was on the clock for the trip, then you've got the retaliation for the cross-trek, 2 minutes each, which could arguably go as coincidental because there's 50 seconds on the clock. So they'll both sit down for 2 minutes, feel shame, wait for a whistle, and then come back and play. It's a pretty quick, intense game. You need to keep these shifts pretty short. And again, Tom Watkins, I've spoken to him a couple of times on these post-game discussions, and the rolling the 4 lines really works for Tom. It keeps fresh legs out there. It keeps the pace up. And in those early games where he didn't have enough players to roll the 4 of them, those were the ones that were often detrimental on the score sheet. Yeah,
and you know, it gives him a lot of options,
Yeah.
And here we go, the Bees have a penalty coming up.
Yeah, Galazzi's looking tired, to say the least.
Yeah.
I wonder how old he is.
Lorde's decided not to go for a skate.
Shot comes in from Weaver.
Oh, he took that one up high, didn't he, the goalie?
Yeah, and Weaver was going for that top left-hand corner, of course, the trademark position. He winds up this time, shoots on the ice. It bobbles around, takes a deflection. McKinney was in front of the net, as was Mitchell King. I'm not quite sure who got a touch on it, but the Telford Tigers boxing it up now. And that was a trip in my book. McKinnon gets the puck out, and Galazzi uses his stick to put him up. Lorde is pushing and shoving, trying to get his stick. Comes across, Power winds up with a shot, and straight through the 5-hole in the back of the net for the first goal of the night for the Bees. And Lorde is exchanging abuse with Galazzi, because Galazzi screened him off, and you could see Lorde pushing his stick, pushing him in the back, trying to get him out of the way so you could see the puck. The puck switched sides, you got a slap shot come in from Power, and it found its way through the 5-hole. That's going to really frustrate Jordan Lorde between the pipes of the Telford Tigers. A well-executed screening and blocking from Galazzi. That's what you want to do when you're on the power play, and they made it pay. Power play goal for the Bees Ice Hockey Club, 3-1 the scoreline, a 1-0 period in favour of the Bees. So 1 each in the second period, 3-1 the scoreline in favour of the Telford Tigers. We'll see you in 12 minutes' time for the third period action. See you then. Round the boards this time. Battle on the boards from Howells and Jackson.
And Price with another hit.
Price with another one, yeah. Off on the right side now. Bit of a dipsy-doodle, but dispossessed. Cuts inside. Price, and then and as he went round, the goal came in. I'm not sure who shot that one. I was just looking through whether it was Ornamaker. I don't think it was. I'm just having a look now who that gets awarded to. But Price tried to tie him up. He led with the puck. Cuts through, makes a wrist shot. And I think it was Gabraj. I think. Let's wait for the announcement just to confirm who scored it. But the second goal for the Bees, 3-2 the game. Bees are getting much closer if they take a bit of momentum with them. He's through, but the defenseman comes back. A big reach from Whiteside as he reaches across and tries to spin the puck away. He's taken off his feet. That's an unfortunate tripping penalty, in fairness, because he reached round for the puck. McKenzie stepped forward, fell over his stick, and he gets a 2-minute penalty for tripping. But I think that was quite a harsh one on him. He was playing the puck, he was working hard for it, and it was just the way the circumstances lay that led to that penalty. Back to 5 skaters as Danny Rose shoots just to the wide, to the right of the post. McKinney takes the body into the wall. Dan Mitchell comes down into the corner. Hit comes in from Gabra. Again, there's a little bit of a stick showing there. Now a delayed penalty coming on against Mogg as he takes out McKinney. And the whistle blows, and Mogg receives a holding penalty. Moyer tries to get through. Rick Plant skates through the middle, winds up, makes a shot. And Goss gets a shoulder to it and taps it, deflects over the bar. Also, Goss careered back and hit the crossbar, I think, in the hope that the net would come off, but it didn't. But it was a great save. It deflected off his shoulder into the corner. A great play from Rick Plant, looking for that top right-hand corner, but anticipated well by Goss between the pipes for the Bees and making the save.
But that was yet another short-handed attempt, wasn't it?
Yeah. Watkins skates through the middle, gets into 3 players, gets the shot away, and it goes into the body of Goss, and then Goss is directing his blocker in the direction of McKinney. Linesman comes in, takes over the other linesman. That one will make the Christmas show, won't it? Oh, then they tried to bait the pass through, but it's going to go for... No, icing's washed off. Now, that's a penalty for charging. That's the danger with the icing when they're competing for it in the end zone. You've got a late hit now, and now it's tying up. There's a little bit of a melee in the corner at the moment. I think a few words have been exchanged and a bit of a tie-up going on.
But you can feel that intensity, and that is kind of bubbling a little bit, isn't it? Ready for... Yeah,
but you've got to be careful that this doesn't become fisticuffs and frustration that take away from the fact, because that was what Bracknell would want. Sorry, the Bees would want. The Bees would want to throw Telford off their game. Goss made the save, the puck was loose. Mitchell King could see it, but was tied up and unable to get the shot away. And a great work rate from both players. I don't think you can fault either for that decision of play. If you were the defenseman, that's exactly what you'd want to happen.
How unfortunate has Mitchell King been not to score tonight?
3 times, eh? Broken stick, off target, the whole 9 yards. Puck comes off the wall. Played down.
And it's a goal.
And there comes the goal! And a big roar from Connolly as it rockets home and finds the back of the net for the Telford Tigers, taking this to a 1-1 period. The overall score now here at the Telford Ice Rink goes up to 4-2, and that gives a bit of confidence and a bit of passion. The fans are on their feet getting behind the Tigers, and I think that'll really shift momentum. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw another Tigers goal in the next sort of 8-9 minutes of what's remaining of the game.
You know, it's about time they got that one on the power play, though, isn't it?
But it wasn't Mitchell King.
No.
He's owed one, I reckon, from this game tonight. Telford Tigers, 4-2 the scoreline, and I think that will give them that self-belief, because up until that point, the Bees have been determining the momentum of the game.
And there it
offside comes, shot after the whistle. That was the offside was called well before that shot went in, but comes cross ice. Fed forward, Galazzi goes steaming in, Connolly leans into it, feeds the puck to Andy McKinney in front of the Tigers bench. English puts it on the back post, shot comes across and a goal from the Bees! And it might be too little too late as...
29 seconds left, is that?
Yeah, 29 seconds left in the game, bringing it back to 4-3.
And maybe they'll pull goals.
Why not?
Yeah.
You've got nothing to lose, have you?
No.
You need to. Well, you've got to come off the draw to start.
You've got to get in their zone. Got to get it in their zone.
If you're going to do that, now's a good time to call a timeout.
Yeah.
Now let's see if he's looking over to the bench.
No.
It doesn't look like he's looking over to the bench. So, got the result you needed tonight. Quite a tough game, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think we've said it before. The league's good top to bottom. It doesn't matter who comes to the rink. It's going to be a battle every night. They had a lot of kids tonight, and they worked hard, and they came hard, and they didn't go away. That's a trademark of a lot of those Southern teams. They work hard, they skate well, and they'll put pucks on the net. They'll make you battle, and they did that tonight. So it's a good victory, and we'll move on to tomorrow now.
There was a lot of determination. I mean, the amount of times Mitchell King got the one shot, it went slightly to the left. The next one, his stick broke. The next one, and there was a lot of work rate. But you've got to commend the work rate from the defensemen as well as the forwards. It was a very even battle, I thought, in times.
Yeah, I mean, you're not going to win unless you play as a team in this league. Everybody's got to be pulling the rope. We got to be kind of doing the right things. I mean, Tommy lays out the game plan, and we got to all be, focused on, executing that. We've all got roles in the team, and if we stick to those roles, we've got a talented side, and we'll win games. If we get away from it, then we'll make it hard on ourselves. And it was kind of more of a scrappier game tonight. The conditions weren't great, but you got the 2 points. You're at home, you win. Job done, move on. You mentioned the gap as well between the top and the bottom. It's still almost anybody's competition in terms of the number of teams. The top four, every sort of day, the stats are changing as different results come in. So a win tomorrow night is pretty key for you guys. Yeah, I mean, you got to win your games if you want to qualify for competition. So if you want to win the league, you got to win your games. You want to win the cup, you got to win your games. So, I mean, like you said, the top to bottom, it's a deep league. Everybody's going to play hard. Everybody's coming in, and if you have an off night, they'll take advantage of it. So we got to come ready for tomorrow, get rested up, and get that bus and get down to London and try and get the 2 points. How did the dressing room and the rhythm of the game feel tonight between periods? It's a battle. I mean, you're going to have good periods, you're going to have bad periods, but the problem that you face is that making sure that you have more good periods and bad periods in one game. So you got 3 periods, and you got to come out and win them. Each period, it's cliche, but each period is its own mini game. If you take a night off, you can lose it all in one period. So, well, good luck tomorrow night, and then next week the league campaign starts. Yeah, thank you very much, and we're looking forward to tomorrow, and then obviously the league starting. Quite a fast-paced game, bit of everything going on tonight. Quite physical as well. How did it feel from the bench's point of view? It felt really flat and quiet this evening. I thought we started okay, and then we dropped off the pace, and was disappointed with our second period. But I felt in the third period we played. We were on the puck more, and we made more things happen. We were frustrated to give up the goals we gave up at the times we gave them up, really. And I don't know. I felt like we tried, but it was a tough night. I think Bracknell did a good job of kind of getting in the way and making it difficult. I'd probably say frustrated performance. Really pleased we got the win. For me personally, it was really important that we won tonight. For our friend James, it was kind of in there. That was our focus. So that was important. And the Bees sort of threw everything at it. Webb was sort of really quick. There was a lot of physicality around the slot area. The netminder played well as well. He picked up the man of the match. Yeah, Goss is a good goaltender. He's a bit unorthodox at times. He throws himself across the paint, but he got the job done. One of the key things for us was I felt we needed to get quite a number of shots tonight, kind of up that shot count. I think we've been guilty of not pulling the trigger enough, and I thought we scored some good goals, and perhaps we should have had a couple more, certainly through the third period. Next week the league campaign starts, and having now seen the teams and what they have to offer in the Autumn Cup, it looks like it's going to be quite a tight. There's not much of a gap between the top and the bottom of the table. I think it's going to be a very tight league. I think everybody's similar in ability. Other teams might have a little bit more depth in places, and obviously a lot of teams are going with one import at the moment as well. So that's certainly one area. If a team's looking to improve, you can make that addition to your roster. But I've not seen anybody in the league that is head and shoulders above anybody else. I know Leeds have had a good run going, but they're a little bit open at times. So the league's going to be very, very tight for sure, and we need to find our feet and really start establishing ourselves for a full 60 minutes. Thanks, Tom. Thanks.